This is the AME exclusive. I'm Evelyn Sanders, and I have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Destiny Williams and Miss Kristen Coleman. They are sisters here with us in Philadelphia at the 50th quadrennial session of the General Conference. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. Sisters traveling together at the General Conference. What kind of things have you all been doing so far since you've been here? And tell us how old you are first. I'd like to know that.
Okay, I'm 11. I'm the youngest.
Okay.
I'm 12. I'm the oldest.
And what kind of things have two sisters been doing since you've been here in Philadelphia at this General Conference in terms of the sessions you've attended?
Well, we have been going swimming and going to the meetings. And that's basically what we have been doing.
We went to a meeting where they were making the laws. I don't really understand because they don't speak very clearly, but like it was very interesting. And I like to learn more, but we can't sit that far up because we're not delegates. But it was really interesting to be there.
Okay, so you've been a child because children like to go swimming. That's critically important when you go on a vacation, right? And then, but the other part that you've been doing is also stepping into a little bit of young womanhood as well, coming to meetings too. So you have a good balance that's going. Now, when you're sitting in the meetings, even though you may not understand everything that's going on because you are 11 and you are 12, why is it important for you all to be in that setting? Why go to the meetings?
I guess to go to the meeting, so if we I guess when we continue to grow, if we keep going to church, I hope I keep going to church, but it wouldn't be too new, and we would already know some of the stuff that we need to know, and it wouldn't be brand new to us.
I think that's absolutely admirable to be 11 and 12 and say, I'm going to go to a meeting of this caliber and to start taking it in early. But we had a pre-conversation, Kristen and I, and a lot of your family members, you were telling me, are preachers. So you've been growing up in this environment. What's that been like, seeing so many preachers in your family?
Amazing, because all of my grandma's children have went into the ministry. And it's just been a lot of meetings, a lot of conferences, so I get to go to different places. That's cool, because wherever the conference is, I normally have to go to, because none of my family members can watch me because they normally have to be here too. So, last year I went to Tennessee, 4 years ago, but I get to go just about everywhere, and it's pretty exciting. I like it.
You like it. You like being in the whole church environment and just being.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a good thing. Now you're active in YPD, and what else do you do at your church? And tell us.
I sing in the choir and I acolytes.
Okay, you mentioned that you're a member of your choir. So tell me something about what that experience is like for you. What kind of songs do you like to sing? Do you have any favorite songs that come to mind?
Well, I love singing. I love singing every praise to our God. That's my favorite song. I just like singing in the choir because it's good. Well, I like to bring out my voice to other people, and I like to be the soloist in the choir. I just like doing that. It's really good.
Now I want to ask you a little bit of a serious question. Being 11 and being 12, being so young, being already involved in church, do you all ever have opportunities when you're out at school or with your other friends to really show what it means to be in church, to be a Christian? Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to step up, if you will, and do the right thing, make a choice that maybe some of your other friends aren't making at the time? Have you experienced anything like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to talk about it? Can you share it with us?
Sure. Well, there was one of my friends who was being bullied, and I have a bunch of friends, and so we were all hanging out one day, and so the rest of them, we're all close friends, and they didn't want to tell on the bully because they used to be our friends. So I just said, let me go and tell, because I don't really think it's nice to be bullying someone because of your issues, or most bullies have a problem going on, and they think taking it out on other persons or people is the right thing to do. So I had to make a hard choice, and I lost most of my friends, but I regained some of them. So I just felt like that was the right thing to do, and the time is always right to do the right thing.
Yeah. Very good. I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
What about you, Destiny?
I experienced one of those when we was taking a test, and this girl, she was cheating on the test. And so after we took the test and they was leaving out the class, I thought it was the right decision to, she was one of my friends. I thought it was the right decision to tell the teacher. So I told the teacher that she was cheating, and she got mad at me. And she said she wasn't my friend anymore. And I was like, you don't have to be my friend. I have plenty more friends. And I thought it was the right thing because that was really wrong for her to cheat on the test.
And how did you all learn to do that? Does a Sunday school teacher, or being in your home, or what did you get that? How did you learn how to do that through the church? What do you remember learning that from?
Like both. At home, I am taught everything. I'm taught manners, taught how to do the right things, step up for what's right. And during Sunday school, we have lessons where it's like you should always do the right thing, or helping others, or kindness and caring. So it's at church, Sunday school, and home too.
Okay. And what about you, Destiny?
I experienced it at home and church, mostly at church and home. Because at home, you're taught manners and how to behave yourself in public. And at church, Sunday school, it teaches you a lot of good things to do and how not to do bad things, because God does give you blessings a lot.
Amen to that. This is our 200th birthday of the AME Church. That's why this year is such a big deal for us to be a general conference. The denomination was founded in, our first general conference, I should say, was in 1816. We know the AME Church was founded in 1787, but 1816 was the first time Richard Allen, our founder, called people together from across the country to have our first general conference. So that's what makes this our 200th birthday. So that's that's a large amount of time, 200 years. So you're 11 and 12 now. What do you think the church needs to do, or what can we do to look towards the future for us to have another 200 years? How do we keep young people like you in the fold? And as you said, you're going to the meetings now so you can grow in the church. Have any ideas of what you think we can do to make sure you all are still around and people like you are still around 200 years later?
Maybe just trying to encourage young people, because I hear a lot of adults saying the young people of the church are the next generation, but it's today. And we have to, I guess, encourage other young people to stay in church, and then that way a church might still keep growing. I hope it'll keep growing. I like church.
Some young people need to be more involved in church, so I think you can help by helping us be more involved in church. Help young people be more involved.
As we close, tell me the name of your church and tell me what you like most about either church overall or most about your church.
The church I go to is St. Mark AME Church. I'm 6th District from Campbellton. It's on Campbellton Road in Atlanta, Georgia. The most thing I like about my church is that they help young people be more involved in church so that we understand. And I just like the way they do that, because some church usually doesn't make young people more involved in church. I'm just really glad to have to be a member of that church.
Wonderful. And what about you, Krista? Name of your church and what you like the most about. Since you like church, what do you like the most about church?
Prayer time, because I'm not saying all churches are like this, but at our church, the kids go before, and the pastor or another head pastor, another pastor or minister will pray for the children. And you also have a time to pray for yourself, like a little moment of silence to pray for yourself or whatever you would like to pray for. And then other churches where the kids go into, and the kids and adults pray together, and that's fine too.
Wonderful.
And my church is Adams Northeast AME Church, Longtown Road, Columbia, South Carolina.
Well, thank you, ladies. You give me great hope and inspiration to see you being so young and involved in the church. Many of us did start very young in the church, but to be able to look back and say, hey, there are some young ladies that are 11 and 12 that are here at General Conference, going to the sessions and paying attention while you're there to really catch on to what we do in the AME Church. So I applaud you, your parents, your church family, and everyone that's been a part of nurturing you, your village, for getting you to this point. And I pray that you will continue to go forth and grow with us so that we can celebrate 300 years, right? Right. And then 400 years and keep going higher and higher. So God bless you both and keep you in his loving care and grace and mercy.
Thank you.
This is the AME exclusive. You can only get it here. Destiny Williams and Kristen Coleman, you are 12 and you are 11, sharing their story of their involvement in the AME Church.